Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's council meeting. We have a large group with us tonight, so thank you for everybody to be here. Also, if you have a cell phone, please make sure you silence your cell phones. Roll call, please.
Brewster.
Here.
Walters.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Ewart. Here. Benner.
Here.
Harton. Yes. Crum.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Tonight's invocation will be given by John Meadows from Christian Chapel 4 Square Church.
Father, we just thank you for this time, Lord, that we meet together and do the business of the city. Lord, pray that you keep your hand upon each and every one that's in this building tonight. Lord, you keep your hand upon all the staff and all of the council. Lord, we pray that you be with us and guide us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I'd like to bring Kaylee Huff up here, please. She's the mayor of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the next item is a special order of business. A, recognition of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. So tonight we have 11 Mayor's Youth Leadership Council students. Last year we had 8 who graduated. The remaining 6 decided they wanted to come on again this year. We have 6 new students. So I've asked them to introduce themselves, stating their name, what grade, what position they have on the council, and if they would like to, just a couple sentences as far as why they decided to join the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. So I'll go with Kaylee. You want to go first? If you come up to the microphone or the podium.
Hello, my name is Callie Huff. I'm a junior at Campus High School. I am the mayor of NYLC. I chose this job because I want to help all the youth in the Haysville community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jackson Jones. I'm also a junior going to Campus High School. I'm the vice mayor of NYLC, and I participated because I really want to help the youth of Haysville get more involved.
Hi, my name is Camry Huff. I am a freshman at Campus High School, and I am the secretary of NYLC, and I decided to join because I want to help the youth.
Hi, I'm Sailor Harold. I'm the treasurer of NYLC, and I'm going to be a sophomore, and I joined because I wanted to make a difference in any little way I can.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Faust. I do not have a position, and I joined this group because I want to be more involved in this and learn more about it. Thank you.
Hi, I am Jada Arneson. I am a sophomore at Campus High School.
Hi, my name is Grace Black. I do not have a position. I'm going to be a senior this year, and I joined this because I want to be able to collaborate with people my age and figure out how to make a difference in Haysville.
I am Avery Castman. I'm going to be a junior, and I joined this to learn more about my city locally, as well as just be an active member in it.
Hello, I'm Kathy Bain. I'm going to be a freshman, and I chose to be on the NYLC because I want to help my community in every single way possible.
Hi, my name is Oliver McCatton, and I'm going to be a junior this year.
Hi, I'm Brent Black. I'm going to be a sophomore at Campus High School, and NYLC is a great way to get involved in the community at a young age.
Hi, my name is Caleb Arneson, and I'm going to be a senior at Campus High School.
I believe that was everybody, right? So there you go. There's our future of our city, and just of local leadership. And just really appreciate you all just being involved in this council and this program as students. It shows a lot. So thank you. All right, next we'll go on with the presentation and approval of minutes. A, we have minutes of July 8th, 2024. Councilman Benner.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes of the July 8th, 2024 business meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of July 8th, 2024. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Ewart,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right, next we have item 1, citizens to be heard. First we have Brad Bullitt McCaffrey from the Living History Rendezvous. Welcome.
Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the oldest senior at campus. My name is Brad McCaffrey. People need to grow some whiskers or something. I put on the rendezvous at the Riggs Park. I think we've been doing it for 17 years. Normally you get to deal with Kathy Hurley, but God bless her, she went home this year, and so we're gonna do our rendezvous in her name. We've also been picked up by the Coalition of Historical Trekkers, which is a group that covers the early Long Hunter days, which you probably don't know much about, but if you came to my camp, this is my plug. I'll teach you. We take over the park the 31st, set up. This year we won't have near the walk-in traffic with the school kids because the schools have done an in-service day on November 1st because they don't want to deal with the sugar from Halloween. I get it. I get it. So we're looking at homeschoolers this year. We'll set up the 31st, camp the 1st, camp the 2nd, go home on the 3rd. I think it's the Masonics or the Lions want to set up in the south end of, I think, Chief, isn't that your gazebo bathroom area that's all the way on the, I don't know what they call that. Other, what?
The one when
Okay.
you first enter the park.
Yes, on the south end.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Don't be
Don't know.
scared.
Which,
It's the police shelter.
It is the police shelter.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to take over the police shelter and do a fundraiser for the community selling barbecue. They're roasting a pig. So they're not affiliated with us, but because they tried to schedule an event the same time we did last year and it didn't work out, so we cordially let them, with Rob's approval, took over the park with us. And they want to do it again because we're such a good draw. And we're all pretty. So I'm begging your permission to take over the park one more year.
so what are the dates again, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd?
Yeah, set up on the 31st, which is Halloween, and then the 1st, 2nd, and we're out of there on the 3rd.
Councilperson Barton.
Make a motion, we let them set up on the 31st and work till the 3rd and have the park.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to allow the Living History Rendezvous to set up on the 31st and then out of there on the 3rd, November 3rd. So we had a motion and a second. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Ewart,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I'll be in touch, Rob.
All right, next we have item B, Rachel Yanish. She's the president of the board of directors for the Haysville Chamber of Commerce.
Well, hello, good evening. Thank you for having me here this evening. I am excited to present our new chamber director. Some of you will know her because she's had a little bit of a history in this community, as has her husband and her son. So I will, with further ado, turn it over to our new director, Deanne Kunkel of the Haysville Chamber.
Mayor and council members, they actually talked me into coming out of retirement for doing this job, so going to be working part-time. Hope to get community more involved with our Chamber of Commerce. They've had a board meeting coming up this week, so I'll get my feet wet with getting to meet all the board and trying to get into the groove of getting back to work. We're going to be looking to do some morning coffees and some evening events, as well as the monthly luncheons, so maybe every other month. We'll keep you posted as to what and where those will all be, and we invite all of you to attend each month to our monthly gathering, whether it be a luncheon or an evening event. We have the annual golf tournament coming up August 27th. We have 19 or 20 teams currently signed up. It's not too late to get a team of 4 together. If anyone's interested, please give us a call, contact us. It will be over at Derby, on the golf course over in Derby. So if you're interested, let us know. We have our monthly meeting August 22nd, and that will be at the Hack over the lunch hour. So please come out. We've got a great program set up with that. And then earlier this summer, the board voted to do a sole proprietor and or individual membership, which in the past that has not been the case. If an individual or sole proprietor wanted to join the chamber, they had to pay the rate of $125, which is the regular business rate. Now, if you're a sole proprietor or an individual that wants to be a member of the chamber, you may do so at a $50 rate. Please make a note of my phone number. It's 316-641-6607. That is my cell number. The phone at the chamber is currently not working. So if you are interested in a team for golf, want to go to the luncheon, or would like to become a member of the chamber, please give me a call. And also the email address is haysvillechamber@gmail.com if you want to shoot me an email.
Can you throw your number out there again, Dan?
I'm sorry, what?
Throw your number out there again.
316-641-6607.
Deanna, it's great having you here tonight, and it's great having you with the chamber. A lot of cities don't have chambers, so I know we have a great one. They're thriving in our community, and I look forward to getting with you in the future, and I'm sure at least every month. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Any council members have any questions? All right, thank you. All right, next we have item C. We'll wait for just a second.
That was crowded, didn't it? Plenty of seats now.
Okay. Are you ready?
All right, so next we have item C. This is a code enforcement appeal for Tracy Mead. This is at 329 Stewart Court. Tracy here?
Yes.
Okay. So I do have a public hearing script. Did you want to say anything?
I was just going to give a couple the introduction.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is an administrative appeal hearing in accordance with Section 8-605 of the City Code of Haysville. The hearing was requested by Tracy Mead. She's the homeowner of 329 Stewart Court, and she'd like to appeal the findings of the code enforcement officer. Sorry, I'm losing my voice for some reason. Ms. Mead will have 5 minutes to present her appeal and comments first, and then Tony's going to present the city's response along with his data. Any others wishing to address the governing body will follow. The governing body will then have the opportunity to ask questions as they require. This hearing is to determine whether weed code violations exist at 329 Stewart Court. It is not to seek change or to revise ordinances or codes, or to debate their legality or correctness. The decision of the governing body shall be final with no further appeals. Thank you.
Thank you. So I formally open the administrative appeal hearing for 329 Stewart Court. So Ms. Mead, if you'd like to come on up to the podium, state your name and present your argument. You'll have 5 minutes.
My name is Tracy Mead. I live at 329 Stewart Court. I objected to the city clerk scheduling this hearing appeal during the city council meeting. To me, that's unheard of. My past experience has been that it's between the code officer, the resident, and the Department of Public Works in a private meeting. But you all want to make a spectacle of this, that's fine. You have changed the ordinance concerning lawns and weeds considerably since the last time I had an issue with you, or you had an issue with me. I have a non-traditional lawn. It is not a grassy lawn. It is landscaped. It is cultivated. I'm out there working in it every day. It's not full of weeds. It's non-traditional, so some people don't like it, but I don't see what the problem is. And I was told by the code officer that I had to mow everything, all my flower beds, to the ground. After reading the ordinance, I realized that the city of Haysville is outlawing bird feeders, bird baths, anything that would attract wildlife, fruiting plants, blooming plants. I do have a lot of flowers that attract pollinators, such as butterflies and bees. I have other plants that the birds like to feed on. I don't see where this is a problem. My yard is neat. And I don't understand why this is happening. And why it came to the first notice of contact I got was a certified letter saying I had 5 days to totally mow my front and backyards or be forced into court with fines up to $800, turned over to nuisance abatement, which God knows how much that would cost, and have it added to my taxes, and up to 30 days in jail per day of violation. I thought it was a little heavy-handed. I called up immediately when I received that certified letter to talk to code. They didn't want to talk to me. The Department of Public Works wouldn't talk to me. City clerk wouldn't return any phone calls. So I read the ordinance and I filed the appeal request on the 1st of July and got a photocopied, time and date stamped copy for evidence. I expected to hear from the city clerk about the hearing. Didn't hear from her. Didn't hear from her. Came down, left a message for her to contact me. Didn't hear from her. A couple of days ago, a couple guys from Joe Jack's landscaping turned up to mow my yard. And I said, well, I haven't had my appeal yet, so you cannot mow my yard. And called the city clerk and finally talked to her. And she said I wasn't allowed a hearing appeal. And I said, read the ordinance, it says I do. She contacted the city attorney, she called me back and said, okay, it'll be scheduled during the city council meeting. So here I am.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Public Works Director Tony Martinez, who will now present the city's argument.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Inside your packet, I included a memo detailing the code enforcement issues at 329 Stewart Court, along with some pictures. The only other thing I have to add is under 8-602 definitions for weeds, bullet point A, brush and woody vines, rank grass, uncultivated plants, unmaintained vegetation shall be classified as weeds. I would stand for any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions for Tony? All right, thank you, Tony. All right, is there anybody else in the audience that would like to speak on this matter? All right, the floor is open to council members for comments or questions to either Tony or Ms. Mead. Anybody? All right, if not, I would entertain a motion to either affirm or reverse the findings of the code enforcement officer and to affirm or reverse the abatement order. And I do have a sample motion if somebody would like to see it.
Sir, I would like to say that I have done a little work in the front yard, trimming up some shrubs.
Could you
I
come up
asked
to the
code
podium?
enforcement to come by
Can
and
you come
look
to the
at
podium,
it,
please?
and they said no.
Can you come to the podium, please?
You can't hear me?
Well, I can hear you, but people online may not be able to hear you.
Since the weather finally broke, I was able to get out there and do some trimming ahead of the schedule I normally keep, which I trim up that front bush by the wood pile in the fall. This time I did it while it was hot. It looks different. I asked code enforcement to come by and look at it, and they said they would not. And I said, well, aren't you going to have updated pictures for the hearing appeal? Wasn't interested. So I can only assume that this whole thing is just punitive action designed to make me hurt financially. I'm very low income. I'm a disabled veteran. I don't have power tools. I do all my work by hand with hand tools. The stress of this notice of abatement has caused the arthritis in my hands to flare twice in July, to where I had to go to the emergency room for medication because my hands swelled up and I couldn't use them. But like I said, I have done some work. It should look better. I continually asked code to come over and point out exactly what the problem was. Refused to do it. So that's why I think this is totally punitive. And you guys are going to do whatever you're going to do. And, you know, to hell with the truth.
Somebody like to make a motion? Or do you have a question?
I have a question. Is the concern primarily the big ground cover in the front yard and the really tall plants of some sort or other in the backyard? They're quite tall.
Yes.
I don't know what they are, but is that primarily what the issue is?
Yes.
Thank you.
I do not know. I could not get code enforcement to tell me. They just said I had to mow everything, fence to fence, to the ground. And like I said, as the season progresses, the asters have bloomed, so I've removed them because they died after they bloomed. I've trimmed back the Dame's Rocket, which had large seed heads that were dry. I was waiting for the seeds to scatter. They've done so, so I've started trimming them back. Having a couple of days where the highs were in the 80s was really helpful. Instead of 100-degree weather, I have a heart condition. I'm not going out in 100-degree weather to make anybody happy. Like I said, I don't think there's a problem with my yard. And I found the refusal of everybody on the city side to discuss the issue with me quite perplexing, because evidently it's not results, it's just punishment.
What would council like to do, unless you have any other questions?
The large items in my front yard are elderberry plants, which I find quite beautiful and tropical looking. They have large white pendulous blooms, which turn into dangling black berries, which the birds like. I happen to like it. Somebody else doesn't. So it's just a difference of opinion. It is cultivated. I'm out there every day. I clean up the front yard every week, looking for weeds, seedlings, sproutings. And according to the ordinance, all vegetation that has a downy seed or a winged seed is illegal. So that would mean cottonwood trees, elm trees, maple trees, ash trees. I don't know if that's the intention of the ordinance, but it's very vague and undefined. So it seems to be just a matter of opinion whether somebody likes it or doesn't like it. But I don't have any weeds in my yard. I have cultivated plants. Whether it's to your liking or not, is that the issue? Since nobody wants to work with me, I can only assume that it is just purely punitive. You just want to cost me money so I can't afford to eat.
What I would like a motion one way or the other on this matter. Somebody like to make a motion, or does you have other questions? I do, like I said, I do have a sample motion. Councilman Walters?
Yeah, I just ask a question, Josh, our legal counsel. I assume the way it's written is legal, fair, just, you've reviewed that. Would you confirm that, yes or no?
Are you asking for my opinion?
Yes.
Well, I think based upon the pictures, you know,
On the way the
definition
rails are
of-
written,
it
yeah.
It meets the city's definition of what a weed is, yes.
Okay.
Which specifically are the weeds? Nobody will point that out to me. They just say everything in your yard. That seems absurd. I have a lot of native plants. I have other plants gotten from garden catalogs and garden centers. But nobody will come over and point out exactly what is the problem. They just say everything is. Can't work with that.
Councilman Crum, would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we affirm the findings of code enforcement officer and affirm the abatement order for the property located at 329 Stewart Court, Haysville, Kansas. I'd also like to see if the abatement would be on our timeline, and if it would be, I would kind of like to move back the abatement time until September 1st. So give her a couple of weeks to get it taken care of. Otherwise, if it's not done on the 1st, then we could move through with the abatement. Is that okay to add that to the motion?
September 1st. All right, so we have a motion and a second to affirm the abatement, moving the abatement down to September 1st. Is that correct? All right, any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Barden?
Yes.
Ewert?
No.
Benner?
Yes.
Barton?
Yes.
Crum?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Next we have item D.
Excuse me, will the code officer come over and point out what are the problem plants? I mean, because the violets are laying flat on the ground right now.
Tony, would you like to speak?
So I will not send our staff over there. Every time we've gone over there, me personally, we are vulgarly, verbally assaulted every single time. That's why that's why I will not go over there. So that's why it's been explained before on the phone, and it does not go well for us. So that is why.
I would like to address that also. In the past, it's been 10 years since I've dealt with code. I was under medical care by the VA. They had me on a lot of different behavioral health medications. It pretty much made me non-functional and out of control in many ways. I was verbally abusive, I'll grant you that, because I was upset. But I have not taken those medications for 6 or 7 years. I'm back to my normal calm self. I'm not happy with this situation, but I have verbally abused nobody during this entire period this year. But I get no cooperation. They just say, no, your past behavior prevents us from coming over there. Well, that was almost a decade ago. I feel like a different person now because I'm not under the control of those medications that made me different. It forced me into bankruptcy. It ruined my life. It took me a while to figure out that the meds were causing the problems.
We appreciate your comments, but we need to go ahead and move on, so we've already gone past this subject. All right, next we have Susie Sutton. Ms. Sutton, if you'd like to tell us your address and why you're here.
Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I'm Susie Sutton from 349 East K Avenue in Haysville. I'm here to speak to the council just to update on the Sedgwick County Fire District 1 Steering Committee. I may have updated you on a couple of the first things. I don't remember the last time I was here to speak. We have
Haysville has a new fire truck in the last 4 or 5 months. And we were able to reinstate the step plan that was put in place several years ago for their pay raises for the firefighters. And that was put on hold, but we were able to get that reinstated. And then they were also able to hire 6 new recruits. So if they haven't started, they'll be starting their trainings any day. And then we've just prepared and proposed the 2025 budget, which I'm sure you guys have been working on. And I'm kind of excited about it because with this budget, we were able to add a 3% pay increase for all the firefighters. And we're reinstating the promotion of 6 lieutenants to captain. And when I say reinstating is with the past administration, those positions were downgraded for many different reasons. But so we're reinstating those positions up to captains again. And then also, we have many firefighters that have their advanced medical training and they're certified, and they have not been paid for those positions or that medical training. And so many of them, they have the training so that they let the certification go because they weren't being paid for it. And so we couldn't rely on them for their skills. And each person who has that medical certification, if they're provided a medical kit as well, so when they go out on calls, they can provide that extra care. When they let that certification drop, they don't have that kit. So we were also able in this budget to include the pay rate, the additional pay for those advanced medical certifications. And so with this 2025 budget, including all of that, and well as some other stuff, this will, the budget not only was not increased or break even, we actually reduced the mills from 17.883 to 17. And then our proposed budget looking out is looking at reducing 0.25 mills for the next 4 years, or the following 4 years. So in 2029, we should be at 16 if, looking at proposal. So just wanted to update you guys on where we're at, and I was excited about our budget. So you guys have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. All right, next we have item 2, approval of license and bonds. We have none. Item 3, introduction of ordinances and resolutions. First, we have A, an ordinance annexing and incorporating certain land within the boundaries of the city of Haysville, Kansas. So this is on the northeast corner of Meridian and 79th. This is the Lakefield edition, which will be farther down in our packet for the final plat. We'd like to make a motion to annex this property. Councilman Warden?
I'll make a motion, we annex this property listed in the agenda at 79th and Meridian.
Second.
It's the northwest corner.
This is the northeast corner.
Next to Curtis.
Okay.
Do we have a second on that? So we have a motion and a second to annex the this property to the boundaries of the city of Haysville, Kansas. Any discussion? Councilman Bitter?
This, they were requesting annexation, this particular property?
Yes. Any questions? All right, question please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Varden?
Yes.
Ewert?
Yes.
Benner?
Yes.
Parton?
Yes.
Crone?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, next we have item B, an ordinance amending chapter 17, section 377 regarding backflow test filing fees. Tony?
Good evening again. We are proposing an adjustment to the backflow test fees, increasing the fee from $10 to $25. This increase is necessary to cover the costs associated with managing the backflow prevention program. The fee adjustment will only affect residents with sprinkler systems connected to city water. So those that have irrigation systems connected to wells will not be affected. We have identified just over 300 properties that have their irrigation system connected to city water, For those of you who don't know, backflow devices must be tested annually and rebuilt every 5 years. This is a KDHE requirement, and then we as the city is responsible for ensuring that these tests and rebuilds are completed. Our new software will streamline this process for citizens, testers, and our staff. Of the $25 fee, $15 will go towards funding the software, while the remaining $10 will cover staff administrative costs such as mailing letters and assessing fines. And I can stand for any questions you may have.
Councilman Benner?
So Tony, the backflow preventer is only used for a system where a person is hooked up to city water and has their well water attached into the same plumbing system?
No, so anyone who has city water and even take the well out of the picture, if they have city water and have an irrigation hooked up to city water, they have to have a backflow.
Oh, okay.
On the other side of commercial, a lot of commercial businesses are required to have a backflow preventer.
So let's do prevent contamination from coming back into the city water. Councilman Walters?
Yes, Tony, we spoke on this. A quick question. Does the city track this, or do the homeowners have to track this? How do they know when they have to pay?
So that's part of the reason why we're going to this new software, because that was our struggle/failure, trying to track 300+ properties with different timelines of when their annual test is required to be done. So the new software will automate that much easier. It'll notify us, like say your property is coming up in 3 months. It'll notify us.
Give me some time.
We'll just find you. It'll notify us like 3 months in advance. Hey, Danny Walters is due for his test result. We would print and mail the letter to you, and then hopefully you get it done, and it gets inputted in automatically to a web-based internet site.
So you mail me the letter. I have to contact somebody to
Correct.
do it.
You'd contact most likely an irrigation specialist. Those guys are certified to do it. They come and test your backflow device and then input the test results into the software on the website.
Okay, and this is a new requirement, so I'll have to pay for bringing them out. And okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really a new requirement, right?
No, say it's been around.
Yeah, it's not a new requirement. It's, as far as I know, it's always been in existence, where we've struggled to manage notifying Mr. Walters that, hey, your test is due, or if you haven't done one, you need to do a test.
And you would pay the irrigation system people whatever you contract with them.
Sure.
And then it's their responsibility to pay the $25 fee, correct? And then input the data into the system.
Correct.
Online.
And every 5 years rebuild it.
So what this solves, and make sure it doesn't happen, if we on our distribution system have a back pressure event where the water main has less pressure than a residential system, it could actually pull contaminants from the house or irrigation into the public water supply.
Totally understand. Yep. Okay.
Any questions for Tony? We still need a motion, right? Okay. Anybody like to make a motion? Councilman Crum.
A motion that we approve the ordinance revision about the backflow devices on city water.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve the ordinance amending chapter 17, section 377 regarding backflow test filing fees. Any further discussion? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Rarden.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes. Thank you.
Next, we have item C, resolution waiving the gap requirements of KSA 75-1120 alpha for the city of Haysville, Kansas. So this is something we do annually. Councilperson Parton.
Make a motion, we accept the resolution waiving the gap requirements of KSA 75-1120 AA for the city of Haysville, Kansas.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution approving the waiving of the gap requirements as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Rarden.
Yes.
Ewert. Yes. Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes. All right, next we have item 4, notices and communications, A, governing body announcements. Councilman Crum.
Stuff going on at the library, I'm trying to get to it here. There's a genealogy meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and the genealogy people meet down in the lower level of the library. Also tomorrow, at 3 o'clock in the community room will be a free movie. The movie this week, or this month, is called The Bad Guys. Looks like a fun animated flick. There is gonna be a blood drive this Thursday, the 15th, from 10 to 4 at the Haysville Community Library. I know they're looking for, to try to get some more people, not very many people have signed up for that yet. Lego Club will meet the third Wednesday of every month at 4 o'clock. So that'll be the 21st this month. The library does have the library quilters have got a quilt that they have finished up, and they're having a raffle right now. You can get a raffle ticket for $1 or 6 tickets for $5. It's a fundraiser for them. And there's also an opening for a board member on the library board. If you're interested in what goes on at the library and want to get involved, there is an opening for the board right now. And they also right now, a lot of times people will bring their books to the library to donate them. Right now, due to a lack of room, they've been getting a lot of donated books. They are not taking book donations at this time. Hopefully they can get through the books that they've had donated and see what's good and what's not, and then perhaps they'll be able to take donations again, but right now they aren't allowed. They just don't have room to take any more donations. That's all I got.
All right, thanks. No school crossings or none of that?
Well, I figured Chief was gonna talk about that.
I got it if you don't. I figured one of you would. And thanks for bringing up about the library, because I know we've been looking for a library board member for a while, so. Any other announcements from council? All right, the senior center, the Kansas Legal Services presentation will be August 13th at 2 p.m. Fried chicken dinner this Friday, August 16th at 6 p.m. I'll be there. It's kind of hard to pass up a chicken dinner. Line dancing class, August 19th at 5 p.m. Alzheimer's Association Lunch and Learn, August 20th at 12 p.m. Free Hy-Vee health screenings, August 27th at 9 a.m. So some of the recurring events have donuts, coffee and conversation, dominoes, cards, writing craft, bingo, bunko, chair yoga, WSU well rep, Alzheimer's support group, steps, and crafting club. For the Haysville hustle numbers, for July of this year, number of rides was 227 compared to last year, 174. And we have 4 new registered riders. So, all right, next we have Councilman Brewster.
I just want to take a moment and thank the community. August 1st, we lost a member of the Wichita Fire Department, and I had many people in the community reach out to me and ask questions and just reach out and support. So I just wanted to take a moment and just thank everybody for reaching out for the member that we lost on August 1st. So thank you.
Councilman Crowe?
To go along with that, I want to make sure that the fire departments, all the fire departments, because there's a bunch of fire departments down there working. It was actually close to here, so we know our Station 34 is down there too, that we appreciate what they do, and that it is a risk every time they go out, and we appreciate them trying to keep people safe.
Yeah, definitely. Councilman Brewster? Oh, is that it?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we definitely appreciate all of our area fire departments,
Yeah.
county and city. Speaking of which, our next item is the Sedgwick County Fire Department Station 34 monthly report. And we have a memo regarding a new business license.
We have a name. It's Toki Tiki Smoke Shop.
Say
What
that,
is it?
Say that 5 times.
Toki Tiki Smoke Shop. Over there, in your area.
They don't have a sign up.
No, they don't.
You do have some blue lights in the window.
They have blue lights, that's it.
I'm waiting for the weekly post, what's going in there.
Weekly, I mean,
Well, it could be daily
Daily.
sometimes. And I see the Copper Moss changed
You
names
can see
too.
that.
all right, moving on. Item D, we have a memo regarding I'm sorry, not new. We have a memo regarding a liquor license renewal. Also, the next, we have item E, economic development quarterly report. Danielle, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. You have the second quarter economic development report in your packets. On page 4 of the report, under the new water account survey, I included a temporary landlord hold as a response option to question 1. Question 1 asks if they are new to Haysville or moving services. However, many landlords selected other in question 2 after this addition. So to accurately reflect that factor, I added the landlord option to all 3 questions for next quarter. And question 2 asks about factors contributing to their decision to move or stay in Haysville. And question 3 asks if they rent or own. And then moving on to page 7, under marketing campaigns, promotions, and other projects, I just want to mention that I'm now a member of Team Kansas representing the city. Team Kansas is an economic development group under the Kansas Department of Commerce aimed at attracting new businesses, investments, and jobs in Kansas. Membership in this group provides opportunities to attend events, network and create partnerships, and potentially to meet with site developers and other professionals focused on economic growth. All other areas of the report have been updated to reflect quarter 2. Do you have any questions or comments?
Councilman Crum?
I did notice commercial construction's looking good, and it's up quite a bit from last year, but our new home builds are way down. Do we have any idea what might be causing that?
With the new home builds, I think it's just the quarter.
Because last year we just went crazy, and this year.
Quite a bit, yeah. And as the new ones come up, I mean, that number will continue to rise.
Do those include the fourplexes and duplexes?
The
that are
Copper
going
Tail.
in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with Copper Tail, by the way, they are open now for lease. So there's 12 units that are open there.
Okay,
But yeah, and they will continue as well to
so
build.
those will show up in the third quarter then?
Depending on when they start building those others, I mean, they're still continuing to build. But I know right now that they were focused on getting these leased out, and then they would go with the next section.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Danielle? All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, next we have item 5, old business. We have none. Item 6, other business. A, consideration of Lakefield addition final plat.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. You have in your packet the staff report. Haysville Planning Commission does recommend the approval of this final plat. The agent is available for any questions.
So let's bring 59, or platted for 59 more.
Single-family homes.
Slab, right? Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. Chris, do you know that they will be slab on grade?
They will probably need a mix.
Labor mix.
Okay.
So, and this will be at the corner, northeast corner of 79th and Meridian, the one that we were talking about earlier for annexation.
Councilperson Parton?
And they were okay with all the PEC comments?
Everything was corrected in the final plat.
Okay.
Councilman Crum?
I make a motion that we approve the final plat for the Lakefield addition as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Lakefield final plat. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Ewert? Yes. Banner?
Yes.
Parton?
Yes.
Crum?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next we have item B, consideration of sidewalk repairs. Tony?
Good evening again. City staff has recently completed an evaluation of our sidewalk network. We have solicited bids to remove and replace the areas that have major deficiencies. We have only received one bid to what I believe is the size of the project and also a contractor availability. We are seeking approval to contract with APAC Kansas Incorporated in the amount of $55,000. This will be paid out of capital improvement funds.
Councilman Crum?
We only got one bid. Does that bid seem like it should, is it a good bid?
It's okay. APAC's very busy as well, so I guess we're fortunate to get a bid at all. Our estimate was about $10 a square foot. The bid came in about 14. And what I just stressed is the deficiencies are major deficiencies, like what we would call like safety and health. So I probably urge not to delay.
Councilperson Morton?
I make a motion, we approve the sidewalk repairs for an amount of $55,000 to APAC Kansas Inc. Second.
We have motion and a second to approve the sidewalk repairs as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Ewert? Yes. Benner?
Yes.
Parton?
Yes.
Crum?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, next we have item C, consideration of design agreement with PEC regarding gravel roads. These gravel roads are, by your area, and this is something I've been wanting to get done for quite a while. So I'm glad it's coming up to us now. So, Tony, go ahead.
So before you tonight is a contract with PEC Design asphalt roads with curb and gutter that have gravel roads. The areas with gravel roads are Ward Parkway, Cottonwood, Sunnyside, and Emmett. Design work is expected to begin upon contract approval with a targeted completion of spring of 2025, with construction anticipated in summer of 2025. So we are seeking approval to contract with PEC for the design work for a total of $74,000, and this will be paid out of street sales tax funds.
Councilperson Partner.
So moved, make a motion to approve it.
Second.
We have a motion and improvement to approve the design agreement with PEC for the gravel roads as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Ewert? Yes. Benner?
Yes.
Parton?
Yes.
Crum?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, next we have item D, consideration of design agreement with PEC regarding Meridian Street and sidewalk. It's the WAMPO project. So the sidewalk and I'll let Tony talk, but the sidewalk and the Meridian project are two projects that we approved in WAMPO that I'm a board member of, and also a project selection committee on this for WAMPO. So this is 2 out of the 3 projects in the Haysville area that we approved. So this one will come under Haysville. The third one is actually county, but it's the bridge on Main Street. It goes over the ditch. It's a county bridge. But it affects right over by you, Councilman Thompson.
I see
So,
you going on.
yeah, but that's county. That will be a county project. That's also 2027. Tony, go ahead.
So as the mayor stated, tonight is the contract for you to consider with PEC for WAMPO street and sidewalk project on South Meridian from 71st to 79th. The scope includes design of upgraded streets, stormwater, and sidewalks to improve transportation and pedestrian safety. Would like you to know that there will be what we call an RRFB, similar to what's out on North Main and or East Grand, across Meridian there. The design process will follow KDOT's approval procedures, which typically take a long 24 months to complete. That's why this design contract is in front of you early. Project is slated for 2027, and we are seeking approval to contract with PEC in the amount of $453,350. Let me correct myself. $453,315, and this will be paid out of capital improvements funds.
Councilman Crum.
I was gonna ask about the crosswalk, so we're not gonna get a full crosswalk in there, but they are was a full crosswalk considered?
Yes. And it'll probably be further considered, but I know the estimates have been already introduced to WAMPO, so I think anything above that would be 100% on the city, I would have guessed. I don't know if Will or the mayor could chime in.
Yeah, that is correct.
So this project would be an 80-20 split. The city responsible for 20% of the project.
So if we decided to look at to maybe put in a full crosswalk, we'd have to pay the difference?
Yeah, and I think internally, we spoke about once the county has us annex South Meridian, the speed limit would probably be lowered. I think we've discussed this internally to 35. So some risks that you may have with, 50 or 55 out there, once we annex it would be 35.
When is that gonna happen?
Whenever the county sends a letter, we had a meeting probably 3 to 6 months ago and spoke to them about doing that, and they said, sounds great, let's do it, and kind of just waiting on documentation.
Are we looking at trying to make, and we're not looking at making it 4 lanes, are we? Are we looking at doing a turn lane? in the
Yeah,
middle?
2 lanes with a center turn lane.
Okay. I would like to consider a full crosswalk there. I think it would be a good idea. The other one's okay, it makes a difference if the traffic's only going 30. I think right now, actually, in that one, it's 45, but that's still cooking along pretty good. But I think it'll get used. So that's just something to think about. I'd like you to think about.
Yeah, 'cause this take place in 27.
I just figured if we're doing the design stage, it'd be a good idea to try to go ahead and figure out where the best place would be.
And they have it slated just for, I think, south of 2nd Street on Meridian.
South of Second Street?
Yeah.
So like between Second and Fourth?
Yeah.
So the crosswalk will be there, it's just a matter of making it like a school crossing, right? I mean, that's what it came down to. So the sidewalks, I think you mentioned it, but the sidewalks would be where they currently are, going all the way down to 79th on both sides, east and west. Then, on the west sidewalk, going west, down 79, down to Cattail. Because we have that one street over there that's, isolated from the city.
Yeah.
Councilperson Martin?
So is it also gonna be, you said upgraded streets and or sewer, does that mean curb and gutter?
Yeah.
We have to pay the whole amount of that, even though it's 80/20?
Of the design agreement.
Yeah, that's the way it is with all the projects, through WAMPO. The city's paid for the design, and then, 80/20 comes with, the construction.
So where are we at on the sidewalk of South Broadway?
So we're waiting on the last easement to be signed. There was some, I guess, property owner disagreements. We think we've got that nailed down. We have it to their attorney. He's led us to believe that he's gonna sign it and get it back to us. So as soon as that's done, design can be finished, get it ready for bid, and then bring it to you for approval.
Councilman Crum?
I make a motion that we approve the design agreement with PEC for Meridian Street and Sidewalk WAMPO project.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the design agreement with PEC as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Ewert? Yes. Benner?
Yes.
Parton?
Yes.
Crum?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
All right, next we have item E, consideration of design agreement with PEC regarding Sunnyside water line replacement.
So again, we have a contract with PEC for design of the Sunnyside water line replacement. The existing water line is a young, 60 years old, and is in need of replacement to ensure continued reliability and service quality. The proposed design will also include a connection to the newer 63rd Street water main, enhancing the system. We anticipate construction to begin this year. Therefore, we're seeking approval to contract with PEC for the design work for a total of $21,400, and this will be paid out of water contractual funds.
Councilman Crum?
So Tony, on the map you gave us to look at, the stuff kind of like in the red squiggly line, just the one line going straight down Sunnyside, is that the one you're looking to replace? Or what about the thing that's coming in from the east?
Yeah, so the line inside the red squiggly is what we're looking at for this year. And then moving forward for 2025, we have budgeted Sandy Street and A Street. So in that area, we're gonna continue working our way west.
So is that blue line coming in from the east, is that the new one that we already have, or what is that?
Yeah, so that's a newer PVC 12-inch water line that was put in the early 2000s, I believe. So part of this design will include connecting Sunnyside to that 63rd Street water main.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anybody like to make a motion? Councilman Crum?
Make a motion that we approve the design contract with PEC for the water line on Sunnyside as presented.
A motion and a second to approve the design agreement with PEC regarding the Sunnyside water line replacement as presented. Any further discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Burton,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Harton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, we have item 7, department reports, A, administrative services. Georgia?
Evening again, we have 3 more Saturdays for Haysville Hometown Market. It will close on Saturday, August 31st. Also, the front playground over at Riggs Park will be closed August 19th to the 26th for rubber base repair. This is all covered under warranty, and just want to make sure everyone's aware.
All right, thank you. Next, city clerk, Angie.
City offices will be closed on September 2nd for Labor Day. If there's any water or sewer emergencies, please call 529-5912. Also, we're trying to promote the use of the census water portal. That's something that we worked hard to get initiated, and not a lot of people are utilizing it, and we just want to make sure people out there know about it, so we've really been pushing it. One way we're trying to do this is if somebody will get up and sign up for the portal by October 1st, they'll be entered in a drawing to win a $50 gift card off of their water bill. So that's one way to try to encourage you to do that. But really, it's just very beneficial to the community. There was an article in the paper recently about it, but it will help you kind of track your usage and identify those leaks before they hit your water bill, and so that the city's not wasting water also. So, thank you.
All right, thank you, Angie. Next, we have police chief.
Hey, good evening, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to announce our visiting officer this evening is Officer Jaime Romero. He's our master police officer on 3rd shift right now, so he's out there somewhere. Say hi to him as you go by. Also, just a reminder, as we kind of stated earlier, school starts this week, so make sure that you're watching out for kids. First day of school is on the 14th for pre-K through 6, and then 9th graders. And then on the 15th, the rest of the kids go back to school too, so everybody will be in school on the 15th. So just be mindful of the kids out there, make sure you're slowing down for school zones, watch the kids shooting across, not in the crosswalks. So I just want to make sure of that. And everybody's being careful out there. Just take that extra minute or two. Usually the first few weeks of school, week or two at least, a lot of people take their kids to school, so there's a lot of extra congestion out there. So give yourself a few minutes, just take your time, and everybody will get there. So next, we start the You Drink, You Drive, You Lose campaign. It starts on Saturday the 17th, and it'll go through Labor Day. We have additional officers on the street on KDOT grants doing some DUI enforcement, so they'll be out there on those days. So just want to remind everybody, do not drink and drive. Then just wanted to give a thank you for everybody that came out to National Night Out. We had between 600 or 700 people, plus or minus a few, out there. Special thanks to Smithfield Foods, who donated the hot dogs, the Haysville Drug Free Coalition, who gave us some donations for buying fruit. Mercy Hill Church came out and made some snow cones for everybody, keep everybody cooled off. A lot of city employees involved, officers that planned and set up everything and made sure that all that happened. The department heads that came out and wrapped hot dogs, the hack staff that manned the pool. I think that's a job by itself, so thank you for them out there. And then, of course, our celebrity guest judges for the Cannonball contest, Mayor Kessler and Councilperson Brewster came out and helped us judge for the Cannonball contest since we didn't have the dunk tank this year. So just thank you everybody for coming out, and we had great weather, so couldn't have probably asked for better weather out there that night. It was nice. Nobody died of heat stroke, so that's good. So, but that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next, we have Public Works.
So the recycling center at Public Works will be open on August 24th from 10 a.m. to noon. And also our mill and overlay contractor has communicated they'll be looking at starting that project in the last week of August. So once we get that schedule, we'll get it out on Facebook and our website and all that. So, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Recreation. Rob?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The Haysville Pool closed for the season on yesterday on August 11th. The youth soccer registration deadline is this Friday, August 16th. Then on August 18th, we'll have our dog days of summer at the pool. $5 for your dog to go swim from 1 to 2:30. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilperson Parton.
I just want to throw out there the Haysville Middle School's having their PTO swim meet, or swim event on Friday from 6:30 to 8:30, and it's $5. They have to bring some type of identification showing they were in 6th through 8th grade.
All right, thank you. All right, next we have, let's see, item 8, appointments. A, appointment of the LKM voting delegate and alternate. I'm not gonna answer any questions, if you have any questions on that. So this will give, myself to be the delegate and, Mr. Black as the alternate. We have the, League of Kansas Municipalities, it's having their annual conference in October, it's always in October. So it's actually in Wichita this year, which is great. Don't have to travel, but it's October 10th through the 12th. And, we vote on the policies, different agenda items. Councilman Crum?
I make a motion that we appoint Mayor Russ Kessler as our voting delegate at the election of League of Kansas Municipalities, and also to have Will Black as the alternate.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second for the appointment of the LKM voting delegate and alternate as presented. Any questions? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Burton.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So next we have item 9, executive session. We have not scheduled. Item 10, review of expenditures. A, summary of July expenditures.
I move to receive and file the July expenditures.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to receive and file the July expenditures. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Burton.
Yes.
Ewert. Yes. Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Next, item 11, the consent agenda. We have 2 items on the consent agenda. Councilperson Parton.
Make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Burton.
Yes.
Ewert. Yes. Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Next, item 12, council items. A, council concerns. Are there any concerns? Councilman Crum?
The park regulation signs, I saw, Will, that you put it in, they said 3 weeks, and we got it in on the 31st, so school will already be started.
Right.
We already identified where we're gonna put those up,
Yes.
so as soon as they come in, we're gonna be able to get them up pretty quick.
Yep, I gotta coordinate with Tony's staff, but we will be working on those. Yes.
Okay, I'd just like those to get up as soon as possible. And Chief, I don't know, on the first day at H&S with the 6th graders, does the SRO get to talk to the kids or anything?
I don't know what the school's got planned, the SRO will be there, but I don't know.
If the SRO gets a chance to talk, you might see it, maybe they could mention trying to keep traffic moving over there, and I'm
Okay.
assuming the first few days, you guys will have plenty of people over there after school.
We'll be over there making sure.
Thank you.
Any other council concerns? Seeing none. Next, we have item B, council action request updates. I don't see anything on there, so, which is good. Next, item 13, adjournment.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn tonight's meeting. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Burton.
Yes.
Ewert. Yes. Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.